Hi everyone, it's Julie from sproutsandstems.com here. In today's video, I'm going to be taking care of my Monstera plants, my Monstera deliciosa. I have that one, which I'm going to bring over here in just a second, and then I have some cuttings, which I will bring over here after I deal with that one. Yeah, I just haven't really looked at or inspected those plants in a while, because they're big and I just kind of leave them alone except to water them. So I might do some pruning, might do some leaf cleaning. We're just gonna bring them over here and see what happens. So before I get started with that, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new planty content. And also be sure to check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. I post exclusive content there. You can message me there. You'll instantly get access to a whole backlog of content. I just recently posted a video where I was propagating a bunch of little plants and little cuttings for a terrarium that I'm eventually gonna make. Check that out for more planty content. And now I'm gonna go get that and bring it over here. So it's been up there growing in the corner for a few months now, so it definitely has a really interesting shape to it. All the leaves are kind of like going that way. And there we go. Have this little craft cart here that comes in handy for plant things too. And wow, okay. Oh, another thing. I just randomly found these pruning shears today at Dollar Tree. Like, who knew? So we'll put these to the test and see if Dollar Tree pruning shears are any good. All right, I'm gonna readjust the camera and I will be right back. Before I start doing things, I just want to give you a full shot of what it looks like, because I'm definitely not going to be able to film like this the whole time while making sure you can see what I'm doing and hear me and blah, blah, blah. So full shot, and then I will go up close and do stuff. So, okay, let's see what's going on in here. Try not to show too much of my messy kitchen. So yeah, that's where it was kind of like shoved up in the corner there. It's really cool to see what plants do over time. That's what happens if you don't rotate them, but didn't have too much of an option in this case until it gets warm enough to be outside again, which I'm so looking forward to. This was, I put a hook right there on the back wall, and this was just to make sure, because the plant is growing so far this way, that it doesn't one day just like, just a little extra insurance. Come on, you can come off now. I don't need you. Okay. Definitely needs to be repotted, which I'm not going to do until I bring it outside in another month or two, just because, I just want to keep it in this small pot while it's still having to be up there in the corner. And lots of aerial roots that have also grown down into the soil. Bring you back around this way. Beautiful. Oh, this is a nice leaf. Do you guys like my nails? The color is Watermelon Felon. Anyway, back to the plant. Yeah, so this, I believe, is where I chopped it off when I first had to bring this inside, and it was just too big and I just could not put it anywhere. So I chopped off it was like an equally big branch. It was probably like a third of the plant. And then this branch came out of that node, and some nice little leaves. And yeah, there's a few other places where I've chopped it over time. I can't really tell right now, but yeah, overall the plant is really happy despite it being like shoved up in the corner. But it's getting a little crazy, a little oversized, so I do want to prune it today. And some of these leaves are kind of dusty. They could use a little wipe down. I just watered it, so I wasn't sure if it was going to need to be watered. But it's pretty dry already, and I have a feeling it's a little root bound, and as plants get root bound, the water tends to just kind of run right through it. So it needs to be watered again. And yeah, that's the current state of this plant. Oh, look at this little guy. Now that is adorable. Okay. Actually, before I do that, I just want to see what the bottom looks like. Just because I'm curious. We have an interesting situation. Can you see that? Roots want more space. Ooh, sorry, this is really heavy. Yeah, definitely needs to be repotted. But I'm just not gonna do that today. Water, water, water. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention, unrelated to the Monstera, but I'm not going to be doing a February plant update video like I've been doing for the past few months because I did my winter plant tour at the beginning of February. And I think that was kind of pretty all encompassing in terms of what's new around here. But actually I was kind of surprised because normally, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but my plant tour videos usually do really well. And this one, like, not a lot of people really watched it. Not a lot of people, not as much as usual. So I was a little bummed. But if you missed my plant tour video for February, check that out. I will link it somewhere. Time to put Dollar Tree to the test. All right, I'm gonna take off this one. Now this one, I just cut off the petiole, like the leaf stem. So I didn't cut the main stem, so that's not going to like trigger any new growth on that stem. But that's okay. I'm going to cut off this aerial root. Just cleaning up some of the debris. Just that was already either broken or I cut off at some point, but I just wanted to get rid of the excess. Yeah, sometimes I like to just go in and clean up all of these dried up leaf parts. Not on a regular basis or anything, but it's nice to just do a little overhaul of your plant. All right, I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm going to throw these out just to make some space, but I just got rid of two small-ish leaves, and I'm not propagating them because there's no node. So this is just me strictly wanting to get rid of some leaves. When I put this back, I am going to try to put this one on the other side so that this side grows more that way and this side maybe kind of comes back a little bit. We'll see. If this one gets in the way when I'm trying to put it back up, I will cut it off. Now I'm gonna just wipe down the leaves. I have a clean microfiber cloth and some water. And not doing anything too rough. Just bracing the leaf with one hand and wiping it down with the other. See, it's a little dirty. Nothing too bad. But if you have plants with gigantic leaves that tend to collect dust, or just any size leaves that collect dust, it's good to wipe it down just like every once in a while. Because if enough dust and dirt and grossness piles up, then it's basically going to be like sunglasses, like blocking the leaf from the sun. And the plant needs sun. Now, nothing like this is going to cause a problem, but I still think it's nice just to do a little dusting. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you're going to see me put it back up on top of the greenhouse cabinet, and then I will come back with the cuttings that I have and we'll take care of those. I did have to cut it off, but it's fine. It's all smushed up against the wall, so hopefully over time it will come back this way. And so far, these Dollar Tree pruning shears, I'm impressed. This is one that I truly just threw up on a shelf and have really not looked at it in months. It's up on a tall shelf in my closet with a grow light, and I just reach up and pour water from the watering can in it, but I haven't actually taken this plant down in months. And it was actually kind of hard to get down because I put it up on that shelf and there's not a lot of clearance. So when I put it there, it was still pretty tall, but a lot shorter. But now the leaves are very tall and big. I almost couldn't even like get it out of there. It's so pretty. I totally didn't realize how big the leaves were. Nice roots. I think I had them in this because it was literally the only thing I had at the time being, and I really needed to just cut them off and put them somewhere. But I recently found this at Goodwill, and I think it might be a good size. It doesn't feel like the sturdiest. I don't know. We'll try it and see what happens. Monsteras are really easy to grow. I know it might not seem like it because they're so huge and ginormous, but like I literally, like, I'm not kidding when I say I cut these cuttings off. I think there's a total of 3 cuttings in there a few months ago, probably October, I'd want to say. I cut them off. I stuck them in water. I threw them up on the shelf in my closet. There's a grow light in there, but even how tall they are, they don't get like the brightest of light from the grow light. So I'd say like a medium amount of light. And I've just been dumping water in here as the level gets lower. I haven't changed the water. I just add more. And I have a whole new root system. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I'm going to put them in here so we can look at them, and then I'll put them in here. Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. This might have to be one at a time. Shit. Can you see that? I don't want to block. Oh my gosh, look at those roots. Beautiful. Wow, I didn't think this one was going to be that exciting. I thought it was going to be the bigger plant, but this one is definitely more exciting. Look, got this thicker root, I think might have started off as an aerial root, because I remember there were some aerial roots and I didn't leave them all out of the water just because it wasn't possible. Yeah, it looks pretty thick. See down in there, all these nice roots. And then this aerial root I did keep out of the water. You don't need an aerial root to have a successful cutting, but it definitely doesn't hurt. Now, can I take these apart? If it's going to take too much to untangle them, then I won't. But just see. Oh, okay, so this one, I believe, is the one I cut off first. This one is what I cut off when I brought the plant inside and was like, oh, okay, it's definitely not going to fit. I need to chop it off. So we have 2 branches, and I'm not going to try to untangle them because it's going to be impossible. I'm just going to fill them. I'm just going to fill this up with water and transfer them into this nicer looking vase. I might cut this aerial root off. Uh-oh, please fit. Oh no, okay. Oh look, see there's a bunch of, can you see this? There's a bunch of roots growing off, branching off of that, what used to be an aerial root. Okay. Please, 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 please fit. Ooh. That's tight. That's a tight squeeze, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this might be good. I can't get this all the way in the bottom, and I'm not going to try because that's not necessary, and it would definitely break something, whether on the plant or the glass. So yeah, I'm just gonna positioning it kind of like at an angle. This small one fits in fine. And I will add more water. That's pretty. That's a lot prettier than that one. And that's my lemonade pitcher. Now I don't know if I'm gonna even be able to clean it out enough to use for human consumption beverages. We'll see. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna end it here. Gorgeous. I have no plans to pot it at the moment. I like how it's growing in water and hasn't put out any new leaves, but I really don't feel the need for more leaves on this one. I think it's a nice size, and yeah, it's just super pretty. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, everyone, today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.